Hi, this is Sarah Mikesel with the Dairy Site, and today we're here with Dr. Juliette Wilms. She is a researcher at Trouw Nutrition. Thanks for being with us today, Juliette.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Very good. And today, Juliette and I are at the University of Madison in Madison, Wisconsin at the Smart Calf Rearing Conference. And Juliette, you spoke just a few minutes ago, actually. You're fresh off the stage. And you presented today about the crucial role of dietary fats in calf nutrition, noting that milk replacers often contain only half the fat content of bovine whole milk. What is the ideal macronutrient profile in a milk replacer for calves?
So this actually depends on the rearing objectives of the producer, if we are focusing on cost and feed efficiency, or if we are focusing on short-term health and future performance. Because we know from infant nutrition that higher fat in the liquid diet coupled with a high nutrient intake can help neonates to build fat stores that they can mobilize in case of infection. It's also very important for them to have those reserves, for example, during weaning. And we see that there is a link between the fat intake from the liquid diet and the morbidity and the mortality of calves. Having a higher fat intake, reducing the morbidity.
Good. Excellent. And how important is the fat composition in a milk replacer for calves?
So when we are talking about higher fat milk replacer, I know that sometimes there have been trials with negative experiences, higher fat increasing diarrhea, but this is very much linked to the type of fat that is in the milk replacer, so how it's formulated, and also the technological aspects of bringing the fat into the powder, because as you know, fat is not soluble, so it's actually very complex, and we have to master this technical process. And then when it comes to fat composition, it's very important to balance the fat composition to have the same fatty acid profile and triglyceride structure than bovine whole milk, or not the same because that's not possible, but to mimic it as much as we can. And for that, we need to have a base with, for example, lard, rapeseed, or palm, and that needs to be mixed with sources of fat that brings the medium chain, like insect oil or coconut oil.
Very good. Excellent. And what are the opportunities related to high inclusion of tributylin in a spray-dried fat concentrate?
So tributylin is an ester of butyrate. So we have a glycerol backbone with 3 butyrates. And this allows to restore the level of butyric acid in milk replacer, because typically butyric acid only exists in the milk of mammalian species. And we are lacking that in milk replacer because we work with alternative fat sources, which I just mentioned. And working with tributylin allows to have butyric acid in milk replacer. And we have seen that this plays a big role in feed intake. So we see that calves, they drink more, they eat more solid feed because the rumen also is better developed, and that leads eventually to a better health in those calves. So I think that there is a huge opportunity there.
Very good. And kind of bottom line, what does this really mean for calf producers?
So for producers, I think that there are a lot of opportunities with working with higher fat milk replacer that have high fat quality and tributylin in it, because what the producer will see at the end of the day is less calves requiring treatment. They will see that calves having some sort of diarrhea will not require electrolyte anymore because they are not that sick. So it's also much better for a producer to work with healthy and happy calves, and this is what we should look for.
Good. Excellent. Well, hey, thanks so much for your time today, Juliette. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
This is Sarah Mikesel with the Dairy Site.